this is Nessa from Awakening Sun. Welcome to our Wake Me Up European Tour Diary. The tour started with 3 gigs in Baltics, then into Poland. First 2 shows in Poland were great. We've played there with our friends Locracy from Austria, Vienna. We had a really good fun, and then Krakow. We had a lot of problems getting to the venue in Krakow, as club was located in Main Square. After loading in, we were informed that we had to pay 300 or 350 zlotys for the sound engineer, what was bollocks. We quickly checked out the email, showed it to manager, and the problem was solved. They basically wanted to fool us. Katowice was a really nice place. Stage and sound in the club were amazing. And then Wrocław. City where we had many surprises. The guys from Dead Point helped us a lot. The place where we had to sleep first night was a small smoking room for a bar. I decided to sleep in the van. But next morning guys told me that it was warm and not bad at all. Gig in Wrocław was a really good fun. It was working day, and to our surprise, club was packed and we had a great response. Next day we wanted to leave Wrocław earlier to see Prague before the show, but this was proved impossible as our van got parked in the club and took ages to get out again. We had a great show in Prague and got a chance to see the city in the morning. After 2 shows in Slovakia, we've moved to Hungary. The first gig we've played was at Budapest. We've expected it to be really good, but when we arrived to the place, it was totally different. The gig wasn't promoted at all. The manager, the guy who booked the gig, he even wasn't there at the venue. We didn't get any food, any promised food, so we were really lucky that the guys in the club were really friendly. They gave us like accommodations, drinks in the bar, and we haven't even played that show because there were no people and nobody knew about it. After another gig in Hungary, we've moved to Romania, and the first city where we stopped was Karaid. It's like a small city near the Hungarian border, and we were really tired and a bit down, but the first show really picked us up. We got a little bit drunk, and basically it was a really good show for us. Next day we had to travel to a city called Cluj-Napoca, but the road was really tiring. We had to drive 200 kilometers, about 5 hours, because Romania basically has no highways and the roads are really small and you cannot move fast. There are like animals walking on the streets and stuff like that, so you have to be really careful. Second show in Romania was a really special one. The club was almost packed and people were really into it. And basically all the Romanian gigs we've played were really good to us. And after Romania, the next stop was Varna, it's Bulgaria. It was Monday. Actually, we haven't expected many people to come to that gig, but to our surprise, the venue was almost packed. We had a really good time, really good show, and we were waiting for another gig. Came back to the hotel, Arnas was saying that he feels really ill and he will have to go back home. We didn't know actually what to do because, you know, when the guitarist is off, so probably we'll have canceled the tour. And our driver, Gerardas, he was also tired of tour, and it was really good chance for him to get back home to Lithuania. So I just didn't know what to do. It was the worst day on the tour because the only thing I could think about was just we'll have to cancel everything what was done, the hard job and stuff like that. There was a guy that I knew and he knew all the songs we were playing live, so I just gave him a shout, and luckily he was surprised and ready to join us as soon as possible. So there was only one problem left: who will drive the van? I called my father and he agreed to drive on tour. We've planned a swap of guitarist and driver in Sofia in 10 days, so we just moved to Burgas, to another city in Bulgaria where we had to play next day. We played as a trio. It was kind of funny thing, but still it went well, and next day we moved to Greece.
At some point I felt cold.
But you've taken it away from me.
We're here in bloody Greece. There's a bloody big hill, there's a bloody big view, and bloody.
Yeah, we're in Greece right now. It's a really beautiful country. Food is amazing. People are really friendly. Wow, it's like a heaven, you know.
It's bloody hot.
And it's really hot. What about you, Levick?
Fucking hot.
Greece, the first place where we stopped was a small city near Paramus, near Kavala. So we've just enjoyed a few days off by the sea, chilled out, had some really tasty food, drank some wine, you know, just relaxed and prepared for the remaining gigs. But then again, in the morning, Arnas was coughing hard. He called his parents, informed them about what's happening, and they decided not to wait until Sofia, but arrive in a few days. We had a pretty good show in Trikala, but there was a serious communication issue between the promoter and the venue, which resulted in us nearly not getting paid. But luckily, we worked it out in the end. Next day we were traveling to Ioannina. The road was good, the weather was really good. We stopped several times just to enjoy the view. People who met us there were really friendly. We had a really good gig, a lot of people in the show, and good after party.
Are you ready? Alright, this next one is called Edge Walking.
Next day we had to drive more than 8 hours to Athens. We were really late. People thought that we're not going to arrive and there's not going to be a show that day, but we did. As soon as we came to the venue place, we loaded in, and instead of doing a headline show, we played as an opening act. After the show, none of the bands got paid as the venue decided that they hadn't got enough money for that. It was really bad for us financially, because we've spent like 400 euros only for the road costs, fuel and stuff like that to travel there. It was terrible. After the gig we had to drive a few hours to get closer to the place where we had to make a swap. The next day we got to the swap destination and met our new guitarist Matas. The next day we played a show with him, no rehearsals, it went very well and we were happy with him locking in with us so quickly. That show concluded our Greek tour and first half of Wake Me Up European tour. Stay tuned for more updates.